Let me see those train emojis in the chat if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Yeah. Huh. What do you mean you don't have train emojis? What are you doing here? There it is. I see it now. Alright, our train's ETA is 2 minutes. What's going on, chat? What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy, Blue ICU HXMII, aka HDMI. That's what I call you. The simulator guy is in the house. Welcome to the stream, man. Falat is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We got Baldur, Element, Fred, Owls. Yeah. What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to New York State. And just outside of New York City, today we're driving in that thing right there, the Long Island Railroad M9. We're currently in Hicksville, and I believe we're headed towards New York Penn Station. Our train has just arrived. Perfect timing. Nice. I'm doing my best today to stay on time with the train and our stops. We'll head up to the front. You have a top secret mod for this route. Please explain. I mean, I know you said it's top secret, but anything said in this chat will stay in this chat. Sort of. Alright, let's run to the front. This is our train. And we'll take over this service from here. As you can see, it's Hicksville. Time is 4:21 p.m. And doors should be opening up. There you go. Doors are opening up. Passengers are offloading, and we're gonna go to the front here if they let us. Can I sneak by here? Can I sneak? There you go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, open up right here. Alright, sir. I'll take it from here. I got you. Alright, service is train 1713 Huntington to New York Penn starting at 4:21 in the PM. We are in the M9er. We have 10 cars connected to this train. And let's go ahead and get started. Alright, since we're just taking over from here, most of the trains can be set up for us already, which is good. We're currently loading passengers, and we're currently turning the music down. Alright, there it is. Music's coming down. Sweet. Alright, so let's go ahead and check here. I think I'm gonna bypass. I think I'm gonna bypass the rail driver today. Hold on. Yeah, it's being weird. It's being weird. All right, let's just make sure that the last driver has everything in the way that we like it. We have our headlights on to bright, marker lights off. No need for wipers. No need for cab lights. That's good. No need for here. It's spring. It's actually been fairly cold lately here in the States. It's weird. The weather's been very weird lately. Put our brakes into min brake, so we're not coasting off anywhere. Other than that, I think we're good and ready to depart as soon as the rest of the passengers get off the train. We'll set up our GoPro views as we have a few seconds before it is time to depart. Matter of fact, we'll just do one, and we'll see the door is shut because it is time to go now. Both left and right doors will be closing. This is a sick livery. It's a sick livery. We've actually driven this one before. We've driven this livery before. It's been a little while. Honestly, is it closing or no? Oh shoot! That one did close. All right, right doors are closed. Left doors are closed. All right, let's roll off. Put our reverser into forward, and give it power, and that's pretty much it. Yes. Oh. Are we moving? We're not moving. Hold on, let's try that again. Then brake. Alright, forward. Power. What am I missing, chat? Come on now. It should be that easy. Our master key's on, and we're late that fast. Acknowledge. Bursers in the forward. Just reset it. Let's just reset it. Already, it's happening. All right, so let's go and put that to key out, key off, key on. Oh, the driver door closed. It should. Yeah, all the doors are shut. Yep, all the doors are shut. That's usually my problem, right? That's usually the first thing I forget is to close the doors. Got passengers hanging out the door, like, wait for me. All right, so we got the master key back on. We'll put our master controller into max. That should charge the brakes. Maybe that was a problem. We didn't charge the brakes. Put our reverser into neutral, and we'll try to catch up. But this route is really strict on speed restrictions, which means it's gonna be very hard to catch up. But we might have a stop in Jamaica station that might help us with our delay. All right, let's go ahead and go back to min brake forward, and let's see if that works. Come on, I'm a professional here. I'm a professional. There we go. We're moving. Let's go. Let's go. All right, speed limit up front 15 miles per hour. Let's get the sounds. This particular train sounds really good. So I want to get our speeds up. And one other cool thing we're using today is we have some special Long Island Railroad announcements. So check this out. In just a second. Watch our speed. Again, super strict. There's a lot of like safety protocol and all kind of stuff on this route. Are we live on TikTok? I can't not remember if I pressed the big red button. We are. All right, cool. What's up, TikTok? Welcome to the stream, guys. All right, we can go 40 now. And let's see. Here we go.
This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Westbury.
All right, we're clear up to 80, and we are 2.8 miles away from Westbury Platform Alpha. We need to be there in 30 seconds, and we're late. Bit of a delay there. What's up, YBBN Aviation? Welcome to the stream. Melon Lord, welcome aboard. Good to see you as well. Look above me. You'll be flying out of Teterboro. That's actually pretty dope, to be honest with you. I keep my eyes up. I'll be looking for you, man. I'll be looking for you. Imagine, though, right? And this is a good route. This is a good route. This is honestly one of my favorite American routes that's currently available in Train Sim World. Alright, we're max speed. We can go up to 80, which is our fastest they're gonna let us go probably on this route. Let me check my sounds here. Yeah, TSW is low. There we go. Now we can hear it. And I'll bump it down over here. Alright, cool. Alright, let me know, chat. Everything looks good, sounds good to you on your end. Again, we're just... Oh, we gotta stop soon. Alright, so we're gonna do what we've been doing in our past Train Sim streams. And that is if we... There's another M9 there. If we blow through a red signal and fail the scenario, we fail. We're basically fired, and that ends everything. Stream is over. Playthrough is over. Everything's over. This kind of adds a little bit of a risk factor. We don't have to do that. Like if you fail and run a red light, it does end your scenario, but you can immediately start over and play again. But to add a little bit of a risk to our live streams, since I've been streaming Train Sim for so long, I want to add a little bit of a risk factor. And so I have to make sure I pay attention to red light signals and things like that. Because if we run a red signal and we fail our scenario, that is it. Stream is over, permadeath. You got it? You got it. Alright, so. Alright, coming to our first stop.
The next station is Westbury.
Alright, we are 2 minutes
As you
late.
leave the train, please step over the gap between the train and the platform.
2 minutes late. I'm setting another GoPro shot here off of the right side. There, should be good. Now, does this have numbers on it to tell us how many, like, passenger cars? Doesn't. The secret mod you have re-enables the safety systems and other stuff. What do you mean re-enables? You should say unenables it, right? Because on this route, they force you to use the safety system. So I'm assuming your secret mod makes it so that you don't have to bother with the safety system, right? Is that what you're saying? All right, there's 8 cars and 10 cars MU of multiple unit. So we'll stop at that sign. And there's a 12 car as well up there, which we don't have to worry about. Oh, I'm a pro at this, guys. I'm a pro. All right, open the right side doors and make our announcement. So again, hold on.
This station is Westbury.
That's cool.
This is the train to Penn Station.
That's pretty cool.
The next station is Carroll Place.
So the left to right side is, I think, this button, right? I found a mod online where you can get like announcements for the Long Island Railroad route. I dropped the link in the description, so if you have this route, if you want to try it out for yourself, there is a little bit of setup to get it going. But so far, it's kind of cool. All right, there goes another M3 passing by. I think it's a 3, right? And we can speed up to 80 I'm about to say kilometers. I'm so used to driving the freaking European trains. 80 miles per hour. So full max power. And let's see if we can get back on time here. Matter of fact, hold on. Our next stop is in like 4,000 feet, so it's not that far. We'll still pick up speed. What's up, Donnie? Welcome to the stream, man. I'm walking here. Alright, let's try also not to miss any stations. We got, we got angry New Yorkers in the back. We are the designated driver. Bringing my New York accent. I don't really have one. I'm just kidding. Alright, 1,000 feet. I see the platform. Let's get stopped. This button? I can't remember what button.
This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Carroll Place.
Alright, 6, 8, and the next one is 10.
The next station is Carroll Place.
Bro, it couldn't be more perfect. I'm
As
a
you
pro.
leave the train, please step over the gap between the train and the platform.
I'm a pro. I am a pro. What's up, Ryan? Welcome to the stream, man. KRG Graphics, welcome to the stream as well. Donnie's in the house. Welcome aboard, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Welcome aboard.
This station is Carroll Place. This is the train to Penn Station.
Oh yeah, this thing has
The
great
next
brakes.
station is Mineola.
Great brakes. I love the station announcements, man. That's actually kind of cool. I don't know how realistic they are. I've never been on this train in New York, but wait, have I? I don't think so. All right, rolling out, guys. Doors are closed. Next stop, Mineola. You heard the man. So basically, the way it works is you can either use a Stream Deck or a couple other programs to like basically key up the different announcements. It's basically just like a list of MP3 files with each station in a certain order. And so right now I'm gonna press on my hotkey and it'll announce that we're departing from this station and where our next station is.
This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Mineola.
Like that, that's sick. So it has a departure announcement, we have an arrival announcement, and we have a stopped at announcement. So I have to keep remembering to do it. So we just did the departure one. We're doing not too great on time. We're still about 2 minutes behind schedule, but I think we're within the window of being all right. Yeah, this thing has great brakes. That's why I like driving it, because you can kind of get on the brakes pretty late, like Danny Ricardo. What's up, Trey? Welcome to the stream, man. Yes, this is a game. It's Train Sim World 5. This is the Long Island Railroad commuter route. When we get a a break a little later. I can show you guys the full map so you can see what all stops and stations are there. But if you're local to the area, definitely give us a shout out in chat, and we'll give you a couple honks in the horn as we blow through your house. What's up, George Washington? Welcome to the stream, man. Slavic Strip. I'm not from New York. No, not at all. Not at all. Not even close, man. I'm like the complete opposite. I'm from Texas. All right, we gotta slow down to 70 coming up here in a little bit. Get on the brakes. I think our 70 is gonna be right here as a whistle board. All right, I see the station.
The next station is Mineola.
Ain't gonna lie, there's a lot going on on this route. It's a very busy route. I like this little
As you leave the train,
junction right
step
here.
over the gap between the train and the platform.
There's a lot going on this route. This route is very hands-on. And I said this back when it first came out, like, because the safety systems are like required as we roll into the station 2 minutes behind schedule. It's kind of hands-on because you have to watch the signals, watch the speed limit changes. The speed limit changes coming real fast. If you don't meet the speed limit changes, you will go into emergency brake, and that'll stop the whole train. That'll put you way behind schedule, and passengers won't be happy about that. All right, again, we're a 10-car multiple unit MU. 8, there's 10, and again, we're rolling in about 2.5 minutes, stopping late, but I think that's okay. Roll in here on the board. That works. That's good enough. Open up the right side doors. And we're going pretty quick with this. Oh, quick. We got a drive-by coming up. Here at Mineola. Actually, he might be parking.
This station
He might be
is
stopping.
Mineola. This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Marillon Avenue.
That's so cool. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. That was dope. That was pretty fire. Let's get a drive by here. We got about 5,000 feet, so we got to stop. So we got time to do a drive by real quick. Here it comes. And our next stop. Hold on.
This is the train to
All right,
Penn
we're rolling.
Station. The next station is Marillon Avenue.
All right, looking good. No traffic slowing us down at the moment. We're all right. That yellow straight up is all clear. 2,000 feet to our next stop. And we are still behind schedule, but you know, nothing we can do about that. We can only go so fast at this point. It happens. Do you know when the MBTA GP40 MC will come out? I didn't know that was coming at all. Oh, we gotta stop. Might miss this one. Oh boy. Come on, brakes.
The next station is Marillon Avenue.
Ooh, come on, brakes. We came in hot that time. I was reading chat. I was reading chat.
Please step over the gap between the train and the platform.
That works. Yeah, wow. I was reading chat. I was reading chat.
This station
okay.
is Marillon Avenue. This is the train to Penn Station. The
Sounds like
next
a comment.
station is New Hyde Park.
I wonder what the delays are like on the real line, if you're actually behind on average or if you're ahead. That's a good question. Anybody in New York ride the Long Island Railroad line? Let us know what the how often are they actually on time, and or are they late, and how late are they? It is 52 degrees here. Fahrenheit. What class of track is this? That's a great question. I honestly do not know the answer. I don't know the answer to that. Honestly, if you guys Googled, like Long Island Railroad on-time percentage, you could probably find it. I can't right now, I'm a little busy. All right, next stop.
This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is New Hyde Park.
Stop. There's so much going on. I'm honking a horn. I'm braking.
The next station is New Hyde Park.
I'm making announcements. I like it. We're stopping here.
The train, please step over the gap between the train and the platform.
Yeah, I'll bring it all the way to the end here. This is an M9, yeah, M9. Yeah, it's really quick stops too. Alright, do we have a, yeah, we do have that door angle. There we go. What's up, Kate? Welcome to the stream, man.
This station
Gabriel,
is
welcome aboard.
New Hyde Park. This is the
Alright,
train
we're out of
to
here.
Penn Station. The next station is Hillside.
Gabriel says, whenever I take the Long Island Railroad, it's always on time, but normally I take the first last trains. Okay, well, yeah, they better be on time if it's the first and last train, that's for sure. That's for sure. All right, on to the next one. Gonna drive by here again.
This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Hillside Support Facility.
Y'all see the sparks? Sick. Alright, so this finally we have a bit of time. Our last few stations have all been right within 4,000 feet, less than a mile of each other. Now we have 5 miles as we get to Hillside Facility Platform A. Hopefully we can make up a little bit of time here. We'll see. But we can do 80 miles an hour, so we'll stick with that. We have a station coming up. We will not be stopping there. You're awesome, Kate. You're awesome, man. Appreciate that. I don't know what station this is we're passing. Coming up. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Alright, we're at top speed at 80 miles per hour, 3.8 miles away from Hillside Facility Platform A. 2-minute delay is average for Long Island Railroad. Nice, then we're doing a good job. We're doing a good job then. Another station on the left. Again, not sure what station that is. We are going down. A lot of people there. Must be expecting a train. Which Amtraks can you drive? You can drive the Acela and the ACS 64. Those are the only two they have right now. Those are the only two we got right now. What's up, O'Neal Daily? Welcome to the stream here from Jamaica. Well, we'll be stopping through there, man. We'll definitely give you a couple honks. So let us know if you hear us through the window. What's up, man? I understand trucking simulator, but I come on... Wait, what? I come on a train? You can't even turn the way you want. Hey, it's a thing. It's a thing, bro. It's a thing. Train sim is all about speed management, all about trying to be on time. It's all about not derailing. It's all about braking. The biggest challenge in train simulators, it depends on the train, of course, But the biggest challenge is actually the braking, because you're going so fast or you're so heavy, especially if you do like big, large freight trains, which is what I normally prefer to do. Trying to brake and not like crash into somebody else or run a red light is not as easy as it sounds. But you know, everybody has their interest. I do like trucking sim as well. I actually really enjoy trucking sim, but I don't really feel that they compare. It's a very, very different similar experience. Very, very different. Alright, our stop is coming up in about 6,000 feet. How do you get announcements? Check out my YouTube description. It should be in there and updated. It's called Announcements for Long Island Railroad. It's a free mod. And I think the guy who makes it makes a few others for some other routes too, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's make our announcement here. 4,000 feet out.
The next station is...
Alright, we're not stopping here. It's the next one. There is a yard over there. We're actually coming up on Jamaica here in a little bit.
As you leave the train, please step over the gap between the train and the platform.
There's a depot, I think. Hillside facility. Freight trains take up to a mile to stop. Yeah, depending on how heavy they are, for sure. Depending on how heavy they are, for sure. Alright, we're stopping at the station right here. Nobody here. Pretty long platform, so we got plenty of time to stop. Don't need to overreact. And I guess we're okay on time because it's not timing us at this particular stop for whatever reason. This has got to be like the station specifically for the Hillside facility. It is 4:45 p.m. Do they have the DC Metro? No, they do not. Alright, is our stop marker. Notice I do have these stop markers turned off. It is an option if you want to do that. You can turn them on if you need that help. For me, I think it adds that, you know, a little bit of immersion. Nobody's getting off here.
Hillside Support Facility. This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Jamaica.
He says I want to say a derail. No, I'm hoping we don't. I'm hoping we don't. I mentioned this earlier in the at the beginning of the stream, and that is if we derail or we run a red light, that basically ends our service, that ends our drive, that ends the stream. That's permadeath. That's what we're doing. To kind of raise the stakes, that is what we're doing. Alright, we're rolling off now. We should be pushing forward here. I might be in neutral. I was. Alright, there we go. Alright, looks like we're looking good. Next stop is Jamaica platform. So, this is the busiest station on this particular subdivision or route.
All aboard!
And we might see a bunch of action here. Looks like we can only go up to 70 now. This is where we gotta be careful. This is where we where the speed limits can really get you. So we'll watch the speed really closely here.
This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Jamaica.
Next stop, Jamaica. First time I ever heard there's a Jamaica in New York, I was like, wait, what? It's like, you know, not the same at all. Who's the guy talking? It's a pre-recorded. It's pre-recorded. Oh, there's 40. Oh no, don't want to do. Ah. Slow down, 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 slow down. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. All right, there's 40. We'll stay at 40. Again, you gotta be really careful. These speed limits, like, we had an 80, it dropped to 40. You only have a few seconds to slow down to 40 before the train does an automatic emergency brake. Those are very those are very annoying to come back from. There's a train leaving Jamaica, a long train. And we'll get a reduction down to 20 here in a little bit. What's the Hillside facility? Like big manufacturer? I don't know. Anybody in chat know what the Hillside facility is?
All aboard!
Because it looks like there's also like a depot and stuff there. Alright, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Down to 20, down to 20. Alright, there we go. Alright, it's gonna be a nice slow creep into Jamaica platform here. You know, it looks like, is that guy on my track? He is not. Alright, cool. What now? I'm doing 16. Don't be yelling at me. Did we announce where we're going yet?
The next station is Jamaica.
Let's keep it at 20. We have 15 coming up
As
here.
you leave the train, please step over the gap between the train and the platform.
Down to 15. I'm getting confused with my my controller here. Alright, down to 15. There we go. As you guys can see up ahead, there's Jamaica right there. What? I'm doing 11, bro. Chill. Okay, no, I told you guys the speed restrictions are super picky. Oh, look at that, 2 trains. That is really cool.
All aboard!
I really don't know which one is me. I actually do not know which one is me. They look exactly the same. Somebody in chat was asking about MBTA. Yes, MBTA is in Train Sim World. Bro, we arrived at the exact same time. Okay, we're on the right. I got it. Alright, rolling in at 50 miles an hour into Jamaica platform. We're actually on time now. We're supposed to be here at 4:50. It is 4:50. That's what I was saying. Like, this is the busiest station on the route, and you'll see this pretty often. You'll see multiple trains rolling in at the same time. You'll also see a lot of trains stopped and parked here on the side that are out of service. How is he going so fast? What's up, Andrew? By the way, guys, once we stop here, I am going to have to step away for 5 minutes to take care of, you know, daddy's stuff. Gotta go help the wife with the baby. Hopefully you'll stick around, and when I get back, we'll continue the rest of the service. I'll just have to pause it for a bit. Alright, we'll stop right before that red light. Again, if we pass that red light, it's over. Look at that, you got the train coming off the ramp up there. I love this. This is why I like this route. It's so busy. There's so much stuff going on. It feels so alive, man. It feels so alive. You got this guy rolling out. You got that guy rolling in from the top, from who knows where. That's so cool. I think we might have a layover here at Jamaica anyways. We'll see how long that is. And stopping, open the left side doors. We are here.
This station is Jamaica. This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Woodside.
Yeah, it's so sick. But actually also leave now. Alright, so we're gonna hold here. So pause, guys, real quick. Like I said, I gotta run and help with the baby real quick, and then I'll be right back if you guys do not mind. Just getting good. Just a nice little screenshot. Like I said, I'll be right back. Again, really like this route. Really do like this route. Let's go ahead and zoom in here. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna have to post a screenshot somewhere. For sure. Right, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I can dig it. All right, like I said, I'll be right back. All right. Yeah. All right. Big Jets Gamers in the house. Welcome aboard, my friend. Good to see you. Adelaide Trains and Planes is in the house. Watching from South Australia, Adelaide. Cozy Cosmos, Leg 317, Mr. Bus Driver. 804 is in the house. SM Rail Productions in the house. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Had to step away to take care of the baby. So, all right, we're back. We're at Jamaica Station in the M9. Just arrived. They're actually apparently they already want us to roll out. So, got us a nice little screenshot here. We're gonna take that, take a quick snap, a quick flick. You feel me? We'll bring the music down and hop back into the pit, back into the cab, back into the front, back into the driver's seat. You can swing that narrow body across the high iron, if you feel me. I'll bring it down, and here we go. All right. You want us to lock the doors? That's the left side doors. Doors are locked, and let's get back on schedule. Did I know that you're a trained engineer? I did not know that. Well, thank you, man, for everything you do. All right, next stop, Woodside.
This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Woodside.
All right, you heard him. Next station is Woodside. Man, look at just how busy this is. There's Jamaica Station behind us. Got green ahead, so we're good to go there. Yeah, we have the train just rolled off the ramp there. Still, he's so long, he's still sitting on the uphill part. Watch out the speed as we hit the junction. This is my favorite part of this route. Coming in and out of Jamaica Station is so much fun. What's up? You wish there was a A40 CD in game. Yeah. In time, maybe we'll get more variety. Let's see. We'll see. We're pretty long too. Station's always busy. Yeah, it's like the terminal. Like it's like where everything passes through here. There's a highway. Not sure which one, but indeed, look at how many lanes there are. As we turn around this bend, next stop Woodside and 5.7 miles. Here is the map. We actually started way back here in Hicksville, and we're already passing through Jamaica. There's a lot of other branches you can go down, but that's where we're at right now. The cleanest MTA ever. Yeah, we need a dirty mod. Like we need somebody to dirty this thing up. I know it has this flashy new advertising paint on it, but we need a dirty version for sure. I am all about my weathered trains. All right, we can now go up to 20, but watching it. We should hopefully be back on schedule. We'll see. We might be a minute or so behind, but we're doing all right. No problem, Cape Man. We'll catch you next time, man. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, we can do 40 now. Let's slowly step it up on the speed here as we leave. The hardest part of this route, to be honest, is the speed reduction into Jamaica, because there's not really any signs. Like there's literally no signs on this route. It's just kind of like you're just supposed to know when to slow down. Like it comes with like route knowledge, right? I don't have it. I've not driven this route in months, so thankfully Train Sim World does come with like a little helpful HUD at the top that shows you like what speed limit reductions are coming up, what signals are coming up. So that's what I'm looking at to actually know when to slow down and speed up. But there are actually, beyond those on the UI, on the HUD, there are actually some invisible speed reductions as well that you do actually have to just know. Like, for example, when we were rolling into Jamaica just a bit ago, and we had that from 80 to 40 mile per hour reduction, that particular reduction is not on the map. It's not posted anywhere. You just have to know that like 2 miles from Jamaica that you have to slow down to 40 or something like that. So it's challenging in that way. And if you miss it, like I said, because the safety restrictions are like enforced and kind of required on this route, you will get an emergency stop. It's kind of annoying. Carrot Man says we love EMU trains, chat. Alright, we're just passing by the station here. We can go up to 80 now. We can stretch our legs a bit. Brock, this is yep. I'm getting my train fix in. Got to, man. I got to. Yeah, we need the classic grime, the graffiti. We need all that stuff on the train. We need that for sure. I'm surprised we don't have one already. I'm surprised there's no. There might be one. Oh, hold on, slow down. There might be one that I don't know about. But yeah, we need graffiti on this train. We need some grime, some dirt, some homeless man's pee on it. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Are there any Japanese bullet trains? Not in Train Sim World. There might be one on Train Simulator Classic. I haven't played a lot of Train Simulator Classic, so I couldn't tell you. There is a Japanese route coming, I think, but it's not a bullet train route, I don't think. There's some basketball courts over there. The rec center. Alright, we need to be there at 17:02 or 5:02 p.m. We'll see if we get it or not. Is this a New York map? Yes, it is, Brendan. Yes, it is. We started from Hicksville, and we're going to be ending in New York Penn Station, but there's a few other places you can go to as well, besides that. Some good old shankings in the back carriage. Good times. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Alright, we're going downhill. Watch the speed. Watch the speed. Watch the speed. Minimum brakes. In brake. Got it. Got it. We're good. We're good. Everything is going well. You walk these tracks daily for work? Are you like, do you work on the tracks? Like managing the tracks and stuff? If you do, how does it look? How would you judge it? Does it look fairly like the real thing? Is it completely off? Let me know so I can bug the developers about it. Like, hey man, like this is completely wrong, fix it. Alright, we have a reduction of 60 coming up in about 1 mile, followed by a approach signal, and then our next stop here at Woodside. What's that about? What's that about? Over speed? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're an engineer for the Long Island Railroad Track Department. Oh, that's cool. So you like drive like the MOD trains and stuff, or MOW trains, like the maintenance trains and stuff like that? There's another. That's the M7, I think. Any more Train Sim World this week? No. This is our one and only Train Sim stream for the week. But I'm gonna try to do it again next week.
The next station is Woodside.
The track is pretty good, but the surrounding area isn't that accurate. That doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me. But, you know, it's believable for someone like me who's never been here. Alright, approaching Woodside. Again, we have a 10-car MU, multiple unit, and we'll see if they have a sign for it. I don't see any yet. And we'll just bring to the end platform. We are actually we're early. Whoa, what? We're early? That's not normal. Hey lady, stay behind the yellow line, please. You maintain the actual track and work on the repairs and maintenance. That's sick, man. Well, thank you, man, for keeping the lines safe. All right, here we go. Stop in here. Open up the doors. Probably a fairly quick stop, but since we're early, they might make us wait for our departure time. We'll see. Welcome to Woodside. Oh, wait, the announcement.
This station is Woodside. This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Penn Station.
Oh, wow. One more stop. Don't know much about modern trains. Train equipment. What kind of fasteners do concrete ties need? Great question. That's for the other guy in the chat. Oh, he just answered it. Nice. We use pendrol plates and E-clips. I don't know what that means, but cool. It should show all the workers standing around outside pretending to do construction. That's funny. That is funny. That's really funny. It's kind of wild. It's taken them this many years to get a Japanese route. There's some really beautiful routes, specifically for tours along the regular commuter stuff. Yeah, and the thing about the Japanese route that's coming to Trains of the World, it's not even by the makers of Trains of the World. It's a third-party team. So, I mean, we should be very thankful to that third-party team to actually put time into making a Japanese route, or else we would still not be getting a Japanese route. And so that's kind of what I'm hoping that we can get for American routes. I feel like there's a lot of American routes that Dovetail won't do, or they refuse to do because they don't think enough people want it. And so, yeah, but we need a third party that's like American based, that knows American routes, that can put that American sauce on it. You know what I mean? That barbecue sauce on it, and make it good. Sick. You were at Woodside just yesterday? Nice. Alright, next up is Penn Station, so we will be dipping down underground here in just a little while. So let's watch our speed as we do it, as we hit this gradient. Chat, let me know what you want to see next. Would you like us... I think we're actually getting close to the end of this service. Would you like us to run the same route back the other way? I know, I'm slowing down. Alright, there's 40. Would you like to change routes completely? Would you want to do like maybe... We could stick with New York since like I put New York in the title. We could do like the Newark. Oh, my mic's like unplugging. Hold on. We could do like the Newark route, the Newark, New Jersey one. Was it? I can't remember where it goes. It's the has Amtrak on it, has the New Jersey Transit on it, stuff like that. I've not run that one in a while, so it might be a little stuttery. I wouldn't mind staying on this one. Matter of fact, if I go to a different route, I don't have the cool station announcements. I only have those for this particular route, so I kind of prefer to stay here, especially plus I'm like getting used to the route and the train handling. It'd be nice to stay on this train rather than switch to a whole different route. I'm definitely not doing freight today. That would take too long. We would have had to start the stream with freight if we do freight. So no freight today, guys. No freight today. Actually, you know what? It would actually make sense if we went to the New Jersey route, because if we look to our right, that is Sunnyside Yard, I think. Outside view. And that same yard is on the New Jersey Transit route that we have, and we actually see some New Jersey Transit trains over there too. We zoom. Oh, look at the traffic! Love it. We got the NJT over there, got the Acela, the ACS 64, all over here, everything. And I was thinking I almost did Amtrak today. I thought about doing Amtrak, but I'll let you guys decide if you guys want to stay here or switch over to a different route. I'm down. Like I said, I'm down either way. Preferred. Honestly, I would prefer this, but I can switch to ACS if we need to. The subway system is not covered at all. In this game, there's no subway system. I can see what the guy meant by inaccurate. Yeah, surroundings. Yeah, some of the buildings are just kind of generic, as you saw just there, passing that yard. So people are asking for Amtrak, the new Boston route. You want the new Boston route? Express limited stop here. I'm not sure. Is there a express train on this route? I'm sure there is. Alright, we're in the tunnel. Alright, let me make a poll on YouTube, because you guys, I don't know if I can tell who's winning this. Where's my YouTube at? I'll make a poll. The poll will be between Long Island Railroad, so LIRR. Let's watch our speed. The new Boston route. We could also do Amtrak, New Jersey Transit. We could do that. Or we could do the other Boston route. There's New Boston and there's Old Boston. I don't know, I'm making it pretty vague. Next service. So we have Long Island Railroad. That's what we're doing right now. That's the same things we're doing right now. We have the New Boston route that came out a few months ago. We have the Amtrak NJT from like last year. Then we have the Old Boston route from like years ago that we could do. So I'll put the poll up. And we'll see who wins by the time we get to the end of this service. See who wins. It says this tunnel is weird how it's shaped. Why is that? It's because it has the walkways on the side. Is that why? Run the Amtrak P49 north out of New York City to Albany, Boston, Albany, Rensselaer. I don't know if I can go. Yeah, I can. So if we go here, yeah, that's a 6-shot actually. Alright, I gotta slow down here. What's the speed limit gonna be? We're at 60 before. I'm thinking we need like a 20. I think we're gonna get like a 20. Let's see. I can't remember what the flashy yellow means. It says, and it's a 40. Alright. We go to 40 for now on this block. And this will be our final stop. New York Penn Station. Yeah, I like this route. This was a good run. I enjoyed this. Every time I've run this route, I really have enjoyed it. It's fairly busy, you know. Is there a train in front of me? No. Okay. It's fairly busy, so if you like to kind of like be active when you're driving, as a solid yellow, that's gonna give us what, 40 again or 20 or 30? All right, we're already at 20, so we're good there. It's very active. Like you're always going up and down on the throttle. You're dealing with the safety system. The speed limit changes. It's fairly fast paced. All right, there's 15. Now, I added the announcements and stuff. That's a whole different thing. That does not come with Train Sim World or the route. That is a separate add-on that I downloaded. Matter of fact, again, if you're interested in having the announcements for the Long Island Railroad, definitely check out the link in the description. It's, again, a completely free download. And it actually does add a lot to this route. I love it. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and play our next one.
The next station is Penn Station. As you leave the train, please step over the gap between the train and the platform.
If I mean, we'll see who wins at the poll. What? Why'd you stop me? What? 0? Oh. Bro, they just saved my life. Remember when I said that if we pass a yellow signal, I mean a red signal, that it ends our service and it ends the stream? Well, this train has automatically braked us because it saw a red signal ahead and I wasn't braking. So, see if I can reset that. Then, dude. Recharge the brakes up. Saved my life because that guy was rolling out. Like, so we'll hold here. SM Rail Production says he hates safety systems. I don't mind them. It depends. Like I said, it depends what I'm in the mood for. Nova Speed, see you tomorrow. Yes, sir. Tomorrow will most likely be Flight Sim. But yeah, if you're down, I'll see you tomorrow, man. I assume they probably don't use orange down here. Alright, we can proceed at 15. Yeah, pretty busy station down here too at New York Penn. So the two busy stations are Jamaica and New York Penn Station. I know, I'm already doing 5 miles an hour. Thank you for saving our lives there at that red signal. I really do appreciate that. The pedal thing train operators have to press every 30 seconds. Sounds annoying. Yeah, that's the they call it, some people call it the dead man's pedal. Some people call it the alerter. Different names for it depending on what train you're driving and what company you work for. But yeah, that is annoying. I don't mind like the safety systems as far as like the ones that kind of manage the speed, but the alerter that goes off every 30 seconds is definitely annoying, especially when you have like a long drive or you're just cruising, That's where it gets really annoying. Oh, I see what you mean, speed. I see. But listen to that, man. Let's turn the sounds up a little bit while we roll in. To the thud. That didn't work. Alright, where are we stopping? I guess at the end. We're on track 20. What's up, man? I need to hop on American Truck Sim, bro. Like, I'm so close to getting back on. My issue is I've been really enjoying racing lately. And in order for me to play American Truck Sim, I have to undo my racing wheel. And I really want to race. Do you got? Oh, I see the red now. So the red is like up top on the ceiling. All right, we'll start minimum braking here. Basketball and flights. Welcome to the stream, man. Speaking of basketball, another flight simmer got me back into NBA 2K last week, and so I've been playing that a lot. Anyways, we just arrived at New York Penn Station.
This station is Penn Station.
Oh, so that was fun to watch. We did alright. You're playing Wreckfest 2? I actually did not buy Wreckfest 2. I watched some creator videos and decided, you know what, I'm gonna wait for it to be a bit farther down, farther developed. Like, honestly, I would rather play Wreckfest 1 right now. It's much more complete than Wreckfest 2. But I'm definitely going to buy Wreckfest 2 when it does get better. But right now, it's not. There's nothing to do except for like the same race over and over and over. So, but no, when I talk about racing, I'm talking about iRacing, talking about Assetto Corsa, stuff like that. But getting back into that, yeah. But I do want to do some trucking. But if I'd have to sacrifice like a week's or 2 weeks of racing to do trucking, and I've been struggling to do that. All right, a few seconds until we close the doors and the service ends, and we'll check the poll to find out where we're driving next. To see what the community say. If you want to vote for it's over here, let us know in the YouTube chat. They have a poll going on right now between this route, which is the Long Island Railroad, the new Boston route, and the MBTA, the Amtrak NJT over in New Jersey. We can actually technically continue that service from here if we wanted to, because this same I think this same Penn Station is also on the Amtrak NJT route, or we could do the old Boston route from way back in the day. Wait, it wants me to keep going? I thought we were done. Oh, once we go to the siding. Okay, I thought we were done. All right, so let's go reverse or forward, and we're basically gonna take this train out of service. That's basically what it wants us to do here. This is pretty cool. I'm down for that. So we're gonna have probably a very slow speed limit. Yeah, I'm not sure where exactly. I think it's gonna be somewhere back there, like where that train is over there. He's kind of just parked there, waiting for his next service later on tonight. Or yeah, tonight I guess it would be. Are there any Metro North lines to New Haven? No, I don't think New Haven is in here. Can I get a drive-by? Yeah, there we go. There we go, look at that. Quick little shunting move. That is very dark. Yeah, currently, hold on. Trying to multitask, trying to read chat and manage the speed at the same time. I'm not doing a great job. Currently, the new Boston route is winning by 41%. In second place is the Amtrak. I'm actually surprised that Boston is beating Amtrak. Look how busy this route is, man. The vote is on YouTube. Go over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BlueGames. BLU Games on YouTube. The poll is going to stay up until the end of this service. And we're probably about 5 minutes from ending the service. We just got to get to the top of this hill and park our train, and that'll be it for us. But I like stuff like this. I love like this little extra stuff. You can't wait until the new BNSF Santa Fe packs comes out. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really curious to see what they do. I just hope it's good, man. We need a good, like the Americans in the train sim community need a good American like DLC to come out. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that it's good. I'm hoping that it's good. Oh yeah, train horns have to be fun to use. Hopefully one day I get to honk a train horn. Are we going back outside? That'd be cool. I think we are. Gary, yes, this is the latest Long Island Railroad route. It's not new anymore, but it's the latest one. Yep, so far the new Boston route is winning. And back outside we go. Check that out. Dave, we are at New York Penn. Actually, we're at West Side Yard, just outside of New York Penn Station right now in New York City. Again, if you're trying to vote for the next drive, you can vote on the YouTube, on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BlueGames if you're not watching on YouTube already. We are live on TikTok, Twitch, and on YouTube, so come through, no matter where you're watching from. I want to say thank you guys for hanging out with us today. It's been a lot of fun. But we are not done yet. We are not done yet. We'll do one more service on whatever the winning route is. We'll call it there. Assuming we don't derail on the buffers here, we will continue. Again, you guys know the rule. If I run a red signal or derail, the stream is over. Yeah, they should have the new suspension. It's supposed to be default going forward. Alright, it should be close enough. There it is, we made it. And we're early, chat. We are early. It says wait until 1729, which is 5 minutes away from now. So yeah, so I guess that means that the poll can run for another 5 minutes. But in the meantime, we'll kind of like basically just turn the train off. So put key outs, master controller into emergency, and master key into off. We'll get the headlights off, marker lights on, and the rest of that can stay as it is. Rest of that can stay as it is. Go ahead and check the passenger area. Make sure there are no homeless people hanging out, since we've already gone past our final stop. K's Music, you just got your first gaming PC. Congrats, man. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. What'd you end up getting? What's your specs? That's exact. What? VIP? Typo? Maybe? Alright, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Is that, it's the Skytech Omega 2. I'm not familiar with that one. Oh, this is the exact train? Oh, sweet, man. That's cool. Well, I mean, you know, I kind of expect it to be accurate, right? If the train modeling is not accurate, then Dovetail, the maker of Train Sim World, is not doing their job. You know what I mean? I kind of understand sometimes the routes are not perfectly accurate. They're like, it's pretty accurate as far as the trackage and stuff like that, but sometimes the scenery around it is not as accurate as it can be, and a lot of that is because you know, sometimes these routes, they don't actually come out here in person to get reference photos, which is what they should do, right? They should come out here and get reference photos. They should come out here and hopefully go on cab rides, right? So they can actually see the whole route and get video or photos or whatever they need. That way the route can be as accurate as possible. All right, that's the back of the train. Whoa, 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 what did I do? Close that door. Door. I want to close the door. I want to close the door. Will not let me close the door. I want to close the door. Oh well, we'll leave it open. That sounds cool. A generator or something? Or like a circuit breaker box? I never noticed that, like, because I guess because the train is actually technically turned off, we're actually hearing some sounds that we normally wouldn't hear when the traction modes are on. That's cool, actually. I wish I could open it up and like do maintenance. That'd be cool. You know, I'm really into like role play type gameplay, like being able to do maintenance on trains or planes or whatever you're driving, whatever simulator it is. The ATS guys need to do train simulator for Americans. You know, honestly, yes, I would support that. I would support that. I say this in every train sim stream. Personally, my ideal train sim would basically be American Truck Sim, but trains. that would be my ideal train sim. That would be my ideal train sim. You've been in the Metro North sets, and they're the exact same. Cool. VIP, you're an engineer on Long Island Railroad. What do you drive? I guess you drive everything, I assume, right? M9s, M3s, M5s. I don't know what you guys are using today. Yeah, detail's pretty good, man. They do a good job on the train modeling. Always have. No complaints there. All right, there it is. Service is complete, chat. We did a pretty decent job there. Into New York Penn Station from Hicksville. Let's continue back to the main menu, and we'll see who won the poll. And looks like it's a very easy decision. It's the new Boston route, which is the MBTA Boston to Worcester route. So go ahead and hop straight into that. I'm gonna go see if there's an announcement pack for that. That would be really cool if there was. I really doubt it though. Let's see if he has one. Let's see, there's an announcement pack for the ScotRail, Edinburgh to Glasgow, the Long Island Railroad, the Harlem Line, and London Commuter, and that is it. So there's sadly there. Wait, let me see. Is there any made by somebody else? I'm just curious. If it had one, that would be sick. That would be so cool. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so like this, if you go to there's a website called trainsimcommunity.com. You can get a lot of really nice mods, like texture mods, scenario mods, lighting mods, all kind of stuff you can get. And I check on this website from time to time to see if there's any like good mods for Train Sim World or Run 8 or any of the train sims that I play. And I just happened to decide to look at it today, and I found this really cool announcement mod. I do see one for Boston Sprinter. Wait, what is this one? MBTA CTC. I don't think this is it. I think this is a different. Is this the MBTA route? Oh, it is. Non-authentic custom made station announcements for MBTA commuter Boston Framingham Worcester line. The primary use of these announcements is for eastbound services to Boston South Station while operating the CTC. Okay, but I don't want to drive the CTC. I don't like the cab car too much. So sadly, it seems like there is a pack, but it's only going towards Boston South Station and not coming back. It's weird that they did it in that way. So we're not gonna worry about it. We'll just drive the route. Let's go choose route. We'll go find our route. Here it is, Boston to Worcester. Go to timetable and find us a service. So as you can see, I assume you guys want me to drive the MBTA, right? Because that's kind of like the main one. So we'll drive the HSP 46 MBTA out of Boston, and let's see what kind of services we got coming out of here. What time is it? I don't want to go too long, but it looks like we're gonna have to go an hour and a half. It looks like, because I think all of them. There might be a limited service in here, so we can find a limited stop service in here. What is this one? Operate MBTA train. Yeah, I think this is a good one. 54 minutes, which is most likely going to be limited stops. Right? Actually, no, that doesn't go all the way, does it? Boston South Station to Framingham. So that's not the whole route. It stops at Framingham. It probably breaks it up into two parts. I want to see if there's one that goes to the end of the route. It's limited stops. VIP PIZ says you drive the M3, M7, M9, the DED M30, and the E15. Oh, cool. That is pretty cool. K's Music says that your new PC is running X-Plane very well. I'm happy for you, man. Happy for you. All right, so we can find a good service here. What's up, T? Welcome to the stream, man. 540, welcome aboard as well. Grub XRO, welcome to the stream. You're a conductor for New York City Subway. You wish there was something with this amount of detail compared to BVE. Yeah, that would be nice. A lot of people have been asking for a New York subway route. I don't know why nobody's made one yet. I'm sure it's probably more complicated than you think, right? I mean, it's a lot going on. This is a geometry train. Don't want to do that. There's got to be a service in here that I remember finding a limited stop service. It has to be shorter than I mean, maybe we just go to Framingham. I just don't want to do the hour and a half long one. This is hour 11. I mean, I think this one might be a little short, actually. Might just do that one. I was pretty late at night, though. You guys want to do a daytime service, I assume, right? Speak up in chat if you want to see a nighttime service. I assume you don't, but let me know if that's what you want to see. Might look at early morning. Let's see if there's a nice early morning express train. 49 minutes. This one goes to Ashland. And this one, let's do this one. We'll do this one at 7:18 in the morning. Owl says night. Oh, SM Rail says daytime. 540 says night, but either is fine. I don't think you guys want night. If we did night, it had to be like 20 minutes. Like, I don't think you guys want an hour of nighttime gameplay. I'm down. I'm down. I just don't think you guys want that. What we could do, okay, you guys asked for nighttime. Let's do night and rain. Just to give it some, like, you know what I'm saying, some flavor. Yeah? All right, let's do that. We'll do night and rain. Do night and rain. Or let's do evening so it turns into night and rain. Well, no, that would make sense because if I do evening, it'll still be dark because it'll be cloudy because of the rain. Let's do night and rain. All right, let's see. We have a. We'll do a shorter one in that case. If I can find one. 130, 130, 130, 57. Let's do 57. And I don't think that's gonna be late enough. Do this one 7. We'll do this one. All right. All right, we'll do that. We'll go April showers, bring May flowers. Do a nice light rain, slight fog. That's gonna look sick. And I think that's good. Wish us luck, chat. We'll drive. Rain, snow, and oh, that would have been a good idea. Snow at night. It says rain, snow, and night are your favorite settings. Gotcha. We'll see. I don't know that I've driven this route at night yet. I'm down for whatever, man. Like, you know me, I don't mind doing night ops when it's nighttime in real life, and it's nighttime in real life right now. I just hope that us in the chat don't fall asleep. All right, let's see what happens here. It looks like the sun is still up a little bit, but it should go down. All right, let's get the doors unlocked. How do I drive this thing? There should be a key somewhere. Here it is. Neutral, and open up the left side doors. Let's go. Headlights dim. Check the air brakes. Lead passenger, that's good. We're in idle. Put the independent brake on. Release the auto brake. There we go. Sanding, alerter. Knowledge. I think that's it. I remember this being a very easy train to drive. Is there a yep, gin field. There we go. Hey, let's get some gauge lights in here. Yeah, it's gonna help. It's gonna be nighttime. We're gonna need some lights, right? Alright, we depart in 60 seconds. To make sure that everything else is set up. We got the heater, temp. Yeah, we're good to go, chat. We are good to go. Gonna set up my GoPro cams. We do have the double deckers, and we'll do a nice drive-by on the way out so you guys can enjoy the train in all its glory. Yeah, cab light will be good. We don't need the cab light, but I think for the stream, you guys might like a cab light. There it is. So I'll turn it on later when it gets darker. All right, let's lock the doors and we'll depart. I'm not sure what that ringing sound is. We go headlights bright. And chat, headphones on. Oh, I can't wait. I remember how good this train sounds. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, we got 10 miles an hour coming out of here, out of Boston South. Come on. Oh, we're not moving. The door's open again? Oh, we're moving. We're moving. We are moving. Put the camera back back here. Nice. This is gonna be a nice little drive-by right here. All right, doing 8 miles an hour. Oh shoot. Cameraman, move. If you look closely, you can see the passenger cars bouncing over the junctions. Your Sim CFI, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you, man, for the update, or the news of the update. Says that the new CRJ has a new beta update coming out that's fixing the flight model. So looking forward to that. Pretty quiet evening for Boston. Usually it's much busier than this. I love the sounds of this thing. I really do. Do I do New Jersey Transit? Yes, I do have that route. That was one of the options for today, but it was voted to do this one instead, so this is what we're doing. Our first stop will be Boston Back Bay. I do not have any special sounds for that. But that is okay. Alright, we're getting some rain. I wonder if you know how to drive a train in Train Sim World, can you do it in real life? I honestly would say no. I would honestly say no. I think there's more to it than what the Train Sim shows us. Like, I think it'll give us familiarity of where the main controls are, but there's so many buttons in Train Sim World that are in-op that don't work. So, like in Flight Sim, I feel more confident about landing a plane in real life than I do about driving a train. Then also on top of that, there's the actual physical part of driving a train, handling the weight of the train, managing the brakes of a train is much different in real life than it is in the sim. So, Element and you are about to fly the Challenger. Nice, man. A little jealous, but I'm also enjoying this too. So, I'll be on there. I'll be flying it sometime soon. I'm hoping to fly the Challenger tomorrow on X-Plane 12. But that depends on if I have time to do a test flight tonight before I go to sleep. Alright, first stop, Boston Back Bay. We're only a few hundred yards away from that. Love the horn on this baby. Oh, Jefe, I was a locomotive engineer. Controls match train handling is way different. There you go. That's kind of what my point was. That's what my point was. But I think honestly, I think if you're like young and you get into train sim and have a good understanding like how trains work in train sim, and then you go to like apply for a real job, like I think you would actually be I think you would learn much faster than anybody off the street. Alright, first stop here. And open up the left side doors. Boston Back Bay, left side doors are unlocked. We're going to release the automatics and we'll sit on the indies. And we're on time, actually. And let's keep moving. Doors locked. You're very welcome, Innocent Real. Very welcome, man. Always, anytime. Alright. Throttle in. Release independent brakes. Next stop, Lansdowne, track 1. Need to be there in 4 minutes. A little less than 4 minutes. That's pretty close. I'll try to put a bunch of throttle in here, see if we don't spin the wheels. Moving pretty quick. Yeah, this is one of my favorite trains. One of my favorite American trains in Train Sim World. And a lot of it has to do with the sound. If it sounds good, it steals my heart, man. And I do like this route too. Alright, speed limit as we come out of Boston Back Bay. We should be going uphill. Yep, we are. 30 miles per hour though, coming out of here. We'll kill the bell. Next stop, right around the corner. The way the train controls are a lot different than the Long Island Railroad. The Long Island Railroad, we had what's called a combined brake lever, where the throttle and the brake are both on the same lever. Like brake is forward and throttle is back. In this train, you have a independent throttle. Like this right here is your whole throttle. And then you have your automatic brake, the red handle. You have an independent brake, the black handle. So very different as far as how you operate this train versus the last one we were on. So I'm trying to get acquainted with that here in the background, but it's not too difficult. It's not my first time. That's gonna drive by. Rolling out of Boston Back Bay. We'll hit the signal right here. We'll be able to speed up a little later. You're waiting for a major update drop for your phone? What update is that? And I love the horn on this thing. If you're ready to stop here in about 500 yards, you can tell like that they actually went out and recorded real sounds for this thing. There's some advertisements on the left as well. Yeah, it's about 7:45 local, so it'll probably be pretty dark when we get to our final stop. But the rain is not going anywhere. Forecast is 100% rain. All right, let's get stopped here. A little late on the brake. Alright, a little too hard on the brake. We're alright, that works. That's lands down. Find the gap, open the left side doors. AJ5046, you work for Union Pacific, and this is a lot harder than it looks in real life. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I am sure it is. We're good, looking good though, guys. We're on time. Yeah, very meaty sound. I love it, man. I love it. You live in Massachusetts, and the sounds are pretty much how they sound in real life. That's good to hear. Yeah, they did an actual. I believe that the dev team did a recording trip out to Boston to record the MBTA trains. They did the same thing out in California. They did the same thing in California for the Metrolink trains. And I think they got some Amtrak stuff too. I think they did. Alright, 10 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and get closed up early. Alright, let's roll out. Oh, I love that horn. Love me some of that horn. Let's go. Oh. Oh wow. Next stop is 35 miles away. And looks like it's gonna be I found the perfect service, chat. Wow, okay, cool. This is exactly what I wanted actually. So our next stop is Worcester actually. We're gonna go via. We might get a red signal, which I think is why the service is like an hour long, is because we probably gonna get stopped at a red somewhere. But yeah, this is we have one more stop. That's the end of the route. I like the way that sounds. I can't remember how long this full route is. It's definitely longer than 35 because we're 35 until the go via, which is not the full length of the route. It's just before it, so probably around 40-45 miles, I think. But right here, after we get kind of past this overpass, we should get up to 79. there a defogger in here? Because I feel like the windows are fogging up. Yeah, I'll take some fresh air. Yeah, I don't see a defogging option. Let's see, what's the name of this yard? There's a name for this yard. I can't remember the name of it, but I don't know if it. I don't know if it's sure if it's a freight yard or if it's a like a service track. I don't know. All right, we can do 79 though. But it'll hop into notch 8. Is there 8 notches? Yeah, there's 8 notches. Hop into notch 8, get speed up, and we'll do a drive-by as we pass by the. I think it's the New Balance building. We'll be coming up here in a little bit. Is it New Balance? It's a sneaker company. Can't remember which one. I think it's New Balance though. Nice high-speed pass. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. This is gonna be sick. Oh, listen to the sounds as it hits the tin top of these. That's cool. Never noticed that before. All right, y'all ready for this flyby? Oh, this is gonna be sick. This is gonna be the best one yet. This is gonna be the best one yet. Love it. Alright, it's gonna slow down. We got a 60 coming up that I wasn't paying attention to. What happened? Now, there are safety systems on this train too, but by default they're turned off. So we're not worrying about them. Most trains in Train Sim World have safety systems that by default are turned off. But the Long Island Railroad train we drove earlier, for some reason it's a part of the license agreement that the Long Island Railroad don't want gamers or train simmers driving without the safety systems. I think it's stupid, but that's just the way it is right now. Alright, back up to 79, which is the max route speed. On the brakes. Somebody in the chat was asking what's up with that single decker passenger car we got in the back. So the way it works out here, apparently they have a mixture of the single level cars and the bi-level cars, and so the way they've done it on in the sim is they kind of just randomize what your consist is going to have. So we just happen to have a single decker car. Sometimes you have more. It's not like specifically for catering or for food or anything like that. I don't even know if this has a food car. Like I know Amtrak has them, but I don't know if MBTA has a dedicated like passenger car for food. I really doubt it. I don't think it's that fancy. You're thinking about re-downloading the Boston DLC. Just hope you're not disappointed like you were when I installed New Jersey Transit. Yeah, New Jersey Transit has some issues. This one's pretty solid though. This one's pretty solid. I don't know if they fixed the New Jersey Transit problems. Oh. I hope they did, but I don't know if they fixed it. I have another station, Harvard, I think South Newton or something like that. We're not stopping here. We'll get a nice little drive-by from the stairs. We are getting some flashback from the fog as well. That's why it kind of looks kind of like, I don't know, the light's kind of flashing back at us here in the front. Alright, back in the coast here. 29 miles to our final stop in Worcester. Oh, more like 30. More like 30. Bring the throttle back in the idle as we cruise through another clear signal. 81 West. BTA. What's our number? BTA 2018. Clear. 81 West. Over. Oh, man. Is that right? Did I say that right? We need a high-speed train. Yeah, we do. We have high-speed trains, Richard. Well, are you saying that the U.S. needs a high-speed train? Yes, that is true. We do. I mean, we have the Acela, but it doesn't go that fast, sadly. It goes fast. It can go fast, but the track itself does not allow for it to go that fast, sadly. Another 60 coming up. MBTA 2018 passing, I think that was 80 or 90 west. I don't know what that said. What did that say? Yeah, I like these kind of trains. Like, I don't know. I mean, stopping's cool and all, but I like blowing past stations, stopping at 1 or 2, and then that's it. And it's pouring down that rain though. So I think we're getting to the part where we may be approaching that lake, right? There's a lake here somewhere. We're heading west. I know that like the route starts off very urban, and it turns into more like this more countryside towards the end, toward about halfway. That sun is definitely setting on us. Yeah, I like the speed, man. I just like the speed. That's what it is. That's what it is. What's cool too is I have a, I say this all the time, but for those who don't know, I have a butt kicker. It's a device that I have installed to the bottom of my chair, and I have it set to play all of the vibrations, like the bass, all the vibrations in the game. And so like when the engine's rumbling by, I can feel it in my actual chair. Really cool. Alright, still limited to 60. There is a station coming up. Looks like this station is Wellesley Farms. Okay. Hit rumbling butt massage. Yep, constantly. Yeah, I can understand that, Mr. Bus Driver. Like, if you're a local to the area and they don't do it justice, I could definitely understand it being disappointing. I mean, for somebody like me who has never been to this, you know, this part of Massachusetts, I've been to Boston before, but I've never been like on the train out here. Yeah, I could see if I was familiar with an area and it's not done justice, I would definitely be disappointed. Disappointed to the fact that I might not even enjoy it, you know? It's happened to me before in flight sim specifically. Still limited to 55, about to go to 60. If you don't know the speed limits, they actually tell you right here. So it says right now, we are doing 55. The speed limit is 60. But it does have access in here for the safety system. But we're not using it right now. MBTA 2018, clear, 141 whiskey. 141 west, out. Sorry. If you're going to Expo, you should take a day and ride the northeast. That kind of sounds cool. I'm not gonna lie. That actually sounds really cool. I just don't know if I'll have time to ride a train while I'm at Flight Sim Expo. Maybe I can go to the train station and watch, like do some train spotting maybe? If I have enough people who want to do it with me? Or somebody can show me around? I don't think I'm gonna have time to do train, like to ride a whole train. That'd be cool though. I would actually enjoy that, I think I would enjoy it. Actually, I know I would enjoy it. I know I would. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, Flight Sim Expo coming up in June. Usually there's a lot of stuff going on during the day, during the expo, but afterwards, I know in years past, we obviously go out to restaurants, go eat, go hang out with other people who were at the event. Also, we'll go like plane spotting. I don't know if that's going to be an option this year. Hopefully it is. It's always been kind of fun going plane spotting in these different locations. So I'm definitely down for that. Definitely down for that. I'm waiting for the speed limit to go back up to 79, but I don't know that it will because of all this kind of like zigzag right here. Might be limited at 60 for a while. How do you get past the red lights on tracks in game? You don't. You don't. If you have a red light, you have to wait. You have to stop before the red light and wait for it to turn green. If you have a red light, the reason is there is another train in the, you know, ahead of you somewhere that's blocking the railroad. Now, if you're trying to use free roam, like if you're trying to spawn a train, 2018 161 west, clear, out. Did that wrong. It'll be MBTA 2018 west. Oh, MBTA 2018 clear 181 west. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to get it. I gotta practice it. For me to get it, I gotta practice it. So I'm trying to practice it. But yeah, to get past the red signal, you got to stop before it and wait for the track beyond it to be cleared. Once it's cleared, dispatch will automatically give you the clear signal or the green signal, and then you can continue. Now, if you are using, like, you're trying to spawn a train in, like if I were to hop out of this train right now during this timetable service, because there's a lot of trains running up and down this route right now, like AI trains. If I were to hop out of this train on foot and press the button to spawn a train, I can spawn any train I want. But if I want to move the train, if I want to get past the next signal, I'm gonna have to wait for the track to get cleared up, right? So I don't sure exactly when it's happened to you or why it's happened to you, but sometimes, I will say, sometimes there is a bug. If you find yourself waiting at a signal for too long, it may be actually a bug on the route. It's happened many times. And it's really foggy. I'm not gonna lie. Might be too foggy for me. Alright, still doing it to 6 miles per hour as we're going downhill down 0.3. Providence ain't Vegas. Captain Canada had a great idea. Do the expo in Vegas every 2 or 3 years. That one last year was the best. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I'm down for the cheaper option. Vegas was expensive, man. I don't know if Captain Canada had to pay for that or not. But bro, that hotel and flights put me back a lot. It put a lot of people back a lot. I enjoyed Vegas. Vegas was cool. One of the best expos for sure. But I didn't like how much it cost me to go there. So, yeah. You were plane spotting in Richmond, Virginia a few days ago. It was not intended, but went to help your brother. Friend with his car. His house is a block or 2 away from the airport. Oh, nice. 28 MBTA 2018. Clear 181 West. Out. Michael Ferguson's in the house. What's the stream, man? Am I using the rail driver? I'm actually not right now. It's not like calibrated for some reason. So I decided to just use my mouse and keyboard the old-fashioned way. But I do have the rail driver sitting here in front of me. I'm just not using it because in the Long Island Railroad route we were trying to do, it just wasn't doing what I wanted to do. That's kind of the thing. Sometimes some routes, some trains are hit and miss with the rail driver. I wish it was more consistent. Something they broke when Train Sim World 5 came out made it a lot less consistent, and I don't know, maybe it's because they just stopped like really testing it with the new routes and stuff. I don't know, but yeah, it just doesn't run as well as it used to in Train Sim World. Doesn't. Alright, we do have a station coming up. Let's do a drive-by. Is that another train? No. I don't know what station this is. We're about. Oh, we have a meetup. We have a meetup, chat. We have a meetup. Sick. Alright, we have a 30-mile-per-hour section coming up, so let's slow down. Let's see, why? Oh, I think it's up here. I think this is yeah, Framingham. Yeah, Framingham is a slowdown here, so we'll get slowed down to 30. Bring her back to 30 miles per hour. And there's a crossing coming up as well. Alright, there's 30 miles per hour as we're approaching Framingham Junction. If you do this route does have freight services, and there's a yard just outside of the station where there's a lot of stuff that can be picked up and dropped off. So if you're into freight, you'll probably find yourself out here pretty often. I haven't run into a lot of freight here yet. How are the TPR Thrustmaster's expert rudder pedal systems? They're great, man. They're my favorite pedals. The Thrustmaster at TPRs are my favorite pedals. Alright, we're not stopping here. Michael, they're expensive, but if you can afford them, they're definitely worth it. I'm noticing that as it gets darker, the visibility is getting worse. Yeah, a lot of people have actually suggested the next like some expo be in Atlanta at the Delta Museum. I think he tried to do that. Oh, check that out. Just didn't work out. Oh wow, look at that. Look at the Amtrak? Hold up. That's a nice little combination there. That's a nice little combination. So yeah, this is one of the yards. This is not like a whole yard. This is more like a siding, but there are some set outs here. I can speed up now. But yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, I think it also comes down to price too. I mean, he probably could have done it in Atlanta, but Atlanta might be more expensive than Providence. I still liked Houston. I liked the events in Houston, but maybe I'm biased because I live here. But to me, I think Houston is cheaper, and we also had it at an actual aviation at a museum.
SM Rail Productions donated $5 through Super Chat. Why you don't like switching cars on timer scenario in Train Sim World? What do you think about what is going on in the world today?
First of all, thank you, man, for that Super Chat donation. I appreciate it. I don't like switching in Train Sim World. It feels pointless, man. It feels pointless. I don't mind switching in other train sims like Railroader or Run 8 or Derail Valley, but I do not like switching in Train Sim World. It just feels pointless. I don't like the way they do it. If they were to say instead, say there's a shunting or switching scenario in Train Sim World, if they were to say, hey, we need you to build a train, right? I want you to build me a 50-car consist, and then these are the trains that need to go into that consist, right? But don't like baby me on what to pick up first. Like, let me order it the way I want to order it. Let me build the train the way I want to build it, in the order that I want to, and then just tell me that like give me the success like pop-up when everything is put together on one track with the locomotive in the front, right? Or you could say, hey, build me a local train. This local train is going to go down the route and it's going to be dropping off at a few different locations. And in this case, where normally you don't just throw a bunch of random freight cars on a train. That's not the way it works. Like in real world, they don't just throw a bunch of random freight cars on a train. They put them in a very specific order based on when and where they're going to get dropped off or delivered. You know what I'm saying? And so you can be like, all right, well, these cars are going to, I don't know, Houston, and that's the last stop, so we'll put them in the back. But before they get to Houston, they're going to be stopping in Arizona, right, going eastbound. So we'll put all the Arizona cars in the front of the consist, so that way they could, or the back, whichever, maybe the other way around. You know what I mean? So to be able to, because switching in railroading is a puzzle that you have to solve. And the way that Train Sim World is doing it right now, they take the entire puzzle aspect out of it. And the puzzle aspect is what actually makes shunting fun. And they took the fun out of it. It's basically you're just following the, you know, like a list. It's like, all right, go to point A, which is beyond the switch. All right, ching, Now go to point B, which is beyond the other switch. Boom. Alright, now go to connect to those 3 cars. Alright, boom. Why am I connecting to these 3 cars? It doesn't tell me why I'm connected to these 3 cars. It just says connect to these 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I don't like that part. And that's the way they've always done it. I don't know if they'll ever change that. I don't know if they can change that. I don't know, but that's the you asked. I wasn't gonna talk about it, but you asked, and that's the reason why I don't like doing shunting in Train Sim World. But I don't mind it on other games. Melon Lord, you've been watching Squirrel. Shout out to Squirrel, man. He's a great guy. Met him a couple times, but saw him lately in Arizona. But anyways, you watched Squirrel play Derail Valley recently. It looks like it came a long way since you last played it. Need to reinstall, give it a go. Yes, it has actually come a long way. We'll kill that bill. It has actually come a long way. Do you guys prefer the light on or off? Let me know. I know it's kind of getting, the visibility is getting much harder to see. It's foggy out the window. Like, it's like, you can't see anything. I really can't see anything. We could go outside. That's not much better. I'll rock that view for a bit. The ghost train. Yeah, it becomes brainless, busy work. I agree. So, yeah, it's just, you know, I think it's just a gameplay thing. Yeah, Derail Valley though has come a long way. I don't mind doing it in Derail Valley because, you know, like, there's a puzzle aspect to it, doing it, right? Derail Valley will give you an order saying, hey, these are all the cars you need. Now put them together, and you can put them in whatever order you want. As long as all the right cars are all in the constants, at the end of the day, they give you the points, you know? So, and then also, if you know where the destinations are for those cars, and you know you're gonna run the next train, you also know to, hey, I'm gonna put this in an order to make my life easier later on. All right, we have another drive-by opportunity at another station. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think we missed it. Okay, here we go. All right, we'll do it up here. Southborough. But yeah, I played Derail Valley. I want to say a few weeks ago now, maybe a few weeks ago. Not on stream, just on my own, just kind of checking out to see, like, you know, what's changed, how it looks now. They made a lot of updates to it, and it's still fun. I don't feel like I'm as invested in it anymore as I used to be when I first got into it. I feel like I was a lot more invested into it, but now I couldn't really get invested again. One game I have been really enjoying though, that's Train Sim, is obviously Run 8 Train Simulator. Definitely been enjoying that, but also I've been enjoying Railroader. I discovered mods for that game, and ever since I added mods, it's been a whole new game for me now. It's so much easier, so much more, I should say easier, it's busier, I should say. It's a bit more enjoyable to me with mods. And with the new auto engineer, where the trains will basically drive themselves, which I like that. You know, one game I really want, and the best option for this right now, I think, is Transport Fever. What's up, Aaron? Welcome to the stream, man. But I want like a model railroading game. But I don't want it to be a model railroad. Like, I want it to be more like a real railroad, but like a model railroad. Now, I don't mean like trains. Trains actually might be the best option for this. Like, I just want to set up like a route. Like, I want to create a route, my own track, my own scenery, just like Transport Fever. Like, I basically want Transport Fever, but take out the economy part, which is basically what the whole game is. Take out the economy part, let me place like custom cities and buildings. Also take out the supply chain part, because I want to just make my own consist drive around, you know, endlessly. I just want to make like a really fun, busy looking railroad. But yeah, I mean, again, Transport Fever has one of the best track laying mechanics of all train sims and actually love it. I spent a lot of time. I have a really massive railroad that I made a while back. I think it's corrupted now. I don't think I can actually use it anymore. But I had a really massive railroad that I created in Transport Fever for this kind of exact purpose. Basically, I'll tell you this. I was gonna do a video on it, but it ended up not working out. I basically created the entire Grand Theft Auto universe on Transport Fever. More freight cars on the right for CSX. So like I had like Liberty City, like I had like man, I wish I may have to go open it to see if it still works later on, but I had a subway line, like an overground subway line for Liberty City that I had made. I also had like, you know, like a big train, like a regular train going between. I had Liberty City. I was actually in the middle of making Los Santos. I never finished Los Santos. What else did I have? Yeah, I basically just made like a massive map inspired by all the cities of the past Grand Theft Auto games. I might attempt it again, but I don't know. I probably won't. It was a lot of work, especially those overhead overhead subways. Train Simulator World Tour support to be coming to Xbox early 2025. I don't know when it's supposed to be coming out though. Gotcha. But no, it was really cool. It was really cool. I had downloaded a bunch of modded. Gotta slow down here. I had downloaded a bunch of modded freight trains and Amtrak trains and subway trains and things like that to make it look really realistic. So I need to go check it out and see if it actually still works. Some of those mods might be out of date, but I had like rail yards and all kind of really cool stuff. I even had boats and stuff in there too. But what I want to do now though is I kind of want to do less of the supply chain stuff and worrying about that, and do more of just like the track design, like making like a really cool route, making it look scenic, and then having trains just running it constantly. So we'll see. I know it's a lot of work. I put a lot of like tedious time into it, but it's fun. It's fun, especially when you finish a route and you do go to first person view and just like let the train drive through it for the first time. That was always really satisfying. That was always really satisfying. But maybe, I mean, if you guys are interested, I know it's not a new game, but we can maybe do I don't know, we'll see. Maybe do some Transport Fever in the future. What's up, Andy? Welcome aboard. My friend Chinook is in the house as well. Welcome back, man. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great week so far. We are definitely beyond halfway on this particular service. This is our night run out of Boston in the MBTA train headed towards Worcester. It's a limited stop service. Our next stop is our final stop of Worcester. It's raining. Visibility is pretty bad. So far we got all clear signals. I guess it's not too busy this late at night. It's like 8:20 local right now. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. I wish they added defect detectors as well. Man, I really hope they don't make a Train Sim World 6. I really hope they don't. I hope they just kind of upgrade and update Train Sim World 5. Have you guys seen the Train Sim World VR? Have y'all seen? Have anybody in chat? Do you even know about this? Tell me what you think about Train Sim World New York VR. Have you watched any of the other guys' live streams or videos about it? I'm curious what your opinion is before I give mine. I'm curious what your opinion is on it. Yeah, I mean, I know it's nighttime, but this route is actually pretty scenic on this end of it, on the west end. Really like it a lot. 540 says it's a fun idea. One of your hobbies is programming. You've been making a game engine, at least trying. I would be an interesting thing to attempt to make with. It'll be interesting to make something within it. If I did do that, if it did do that and it went anywhere, you'd be the first. Bro, let me know. Matter of fact, if you need ideas, 540, I have a lot already. For Train Sim specifically. Now, like the API is coming out for Train Sim World 5 pretty soon. I'm excited about that. I'm not a programmer, but I am excited about what other programmers can figure out, you know, to modify and extend in Sim World. But I feel like somebody like you, if you're into that kind of thing, you'd probably be pretty good at making some sort of really cool, I don't know, add-on, right? Free or paid, that works with the Train Sim World API. Late Thursday afternoon here in New Zealand. Looking forward to Friday. Wow, it's Thursday already in New Zealand. That's crazy. And it's late afternoon. What time is it here? It's like 11:20 local time right here. 11:20 local for me. That's cool though. But yeah, I have some ideas. I'm not gonna say I'm on stream. Some things I'm already. Yeah, I'm just gonna say I have ideas of stuff that I would like to exist in the Train Sim community that I don't necessarily have the skill set to do. But should I were to partner with the right person, they may be able to figure it out with me. But no, excited about what the mod community can do when they finally get that API. I can't believe it's Train Sim World 5 though, right? Before they even released an API. Like that should have been a part of the very first one. Passing through another station. Not sure which one this one is either. We're still 55. We'll be going on 70 here in a little bit. How does Train Sim World 5 performance compare to Microsoft Flight Sim? Oh, that's a question I haven't heard before. Good one. Man, that's tough. Two very different games. There's one major issue with Train Sim World, and that is the way they load scenery. Because the first time you load into a route that you have not run before, you will see pretty frequent quick stutters. You may or may not have noticed them in today's drive. We definitely have had them. That's the main performance issue that I have. If you have a good PC, that's probably the only thing you'll probably see is just the fact that you get like a stutter every once in a while because the scenery is loading in the distance, right? And that's a big complaint for many people who get in the Train Sim World. Obviously, Microsoft Flight Sim doesn't really have that issue because however they're doing it, right? They're loading it very seamlessly. You're not getting a stutter when it's loading distant scenery. Sometimes you do get that. Like if you have if you're flying into London and like the whole freaking city of London and all your special scenery is loading in, sometimes you get like some low FPS or some stutters. So it does happen sometimes in Flight Sim too, but less often. In Train Sim World it happens a lot. Now that only happens on the first load, right? After that, once your GPU or whatever caches the data, after that it runs a lot smoother. But for the most part, it's pretty good. The usual issue with performance is that, but then also if you're on a very, very busy route, sometimes the sheer amount of trains on the route could bog down your system, again, depending on how good your system is. Like for me, I don't normally have that issue too much because I have, you know, a NASA or a SpaceX computer, you could say, right? So I can run the most demanding scenarios, the most demanding routes with the most amount of trains at one time, and it doesn't really phase my system. But for people on lower machines, if they run some of the German routes, which are some of the busiest routes we have, you may see some performance loss because of that. I have a 55 coming up. We'll slow down. If they have a Dovetail Direct game, do you know what time it is? No. It's usually in the fall, I think, when they do the Dovetail Direct, I believe. I'd have to go back and look and see when the last one was, but I don't know. I'm wondering if they learned their lesson. their lesson this year. They've done like what 2 years in a row where they released another version of Train Sim World. Like, I think Train Sim World 4 was only out for like a year, right? Before Train Sim World 5 was released. So I'm wondering if they learned their lesson on that and was like, you know what, let's not do the yearly releases anymore. Let's do maybe every 4 years, or every 6 years, or every 5 years, or let's just do one Train Sim World. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm voting for. I'm voting for just one Train Sim World and keep improving it. I have the exact same feeling about Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't want a Microsoft Flight Sim 2026 or 2027. I want just Microsoft Flight Sim, and then just give us updates. You could charge us for update packs. I'm okay with that. That can replace you charging for a whole game. But I don't like the jump into a whole new number, because a lot of times the difference is not large enough for many of us on our side, right? So. Oh, look at the lights. That's kind of cool. That's a vibe. That's a vibe right there. Does Run 8 still trump this, or is this one getting there? For passenger, no, this is much better. I'll say this all day. For passenger operations, Train Sim World is the absolute best option for Train Sims right now. There's no competition except for SimRail, but again, right now SimRail is only in Poland. For freight, I think Run 8 is the absolute best option. It's not even close. So that's my opinion. Makes sense. Thought about getting into another sim outside of Flight Sim, so always curious about how hungry other sims are for performance. If that's what you're asking, Andy, if you can run X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Sim on high-end settings or higher, then you won't really have any problem running any other game, period. Like Train Sim will be just fine, Truck Sim you'll be just fine. Yeah, like you won't have any issues in there, man. Flight Sim is by far the most performance-heavy simulator you can get into. So if you're running smooth already in the Flight Sim, then you're fine for Train Sim or Trucking Sim or Racing Sim. Yeah, whatever the next version of Train Sim is, if it does not come with multiplayer, it's canceled. Period. The next rendition of Train Sim does not come with a multiplayer, it is canceled. Lighting is definitely improved in TSW5 versus TSW4. Alright, we have a red signal coming up, chat. And as you guys know, if I run a red signal, the stream is over. We are fired. We cannot come back to MBTA. We got to stop in a mile to get on the brakes and get slowed down. That signal might change. I hope that's not our signal. That's on the left side. All right, we're safe. We're safe. I was like, yep, we're not gonna make that. No problem at all, Andy. No problem, bro. You know me, man. I play a lot of flight sims. And sorry, not flight sims. I play a lot of sims in general. All right, looks like we just got the approach, so we can actually continue now. So yeah, if you can do flight sim, then you can do pretty much anything. Now DCS is also flight sim, and DCS is also very, very, very taxing. I would put DCS closer to where X-Plane is on how good of a PC you need to run it. The better PC you can have, the more enjoyable it will be. Yep, driving trains in IFR conditions, absolutely, man. All right, we have a approach signal coming up. Our last stop is coming up in 1.3 miles. We're early, chat. We are early. We need to be there at 8:45. It is 8:32. Hopefully they give us a green here. We have a red coming up. Slow down and stopped. And yep, that red is coming up real soon. Yes, X-Plane looks great right now. I think we're waiting for him because now we have a approach. a yellow signal. So we can keep going. We'll creep forward. And we can do 25 after this signal. Melon Lord says, I have doubts that they will add multiplayer. It seems like Dovetail just isn't interested in that and probably don't have the capability for it, since it would require a lot more than the limited updates between versions. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I get from Dovetail about multiplayer. Just as you said, they just don't seem interested in doing it. I think I did hear somewhere that they have done research and development on it, right? They've done R&D on it. They've actually tried looking at, okay, how would it work? How would Train Sim World in multiplayer actually work? So I don't know, man. I hope so. I know how I would do multiplayer. But I don't know if that's the same as what they think. That's a cool video idea. How would Train Sim World multiplayer work? And like literally give them my whole idea. And hope that someday they take the idea and don't give me credit for it. I don't know, man. Alright. We are approaching our final stop. Worcester Station. And it's actually perfect. We wanted a night drive. We departed around dusk, right? Around the sun was setting. It was still kind of nice and lit outside. And now we're arriving at our final stop in the dark of nights here in Worcester. Let's make sure we get on this. Make sure we get on this break though, because we still can roll through that red signal, and that will cancel our entire scenario. It's happened to me way too many times. And that should be good right there. You were really surprised when American Truck Sim did it, and it works pretty well. So maybe they could do something like that. Exactly. I just think that I think that Train Sim World should just copy American Truck Sim. Because you're right. I never thought that American Truck Sim would actually add native multiplayer. I did not expect them to do that. I'm glad they did, but I did not expect them to do that. Indie brake on, throttle, idle, and that's a wrap, folks. Welcome to Worcester. We got a gold medal on that one. Don't care about that anyways. We'll go back to free roam and we'll say our goodbyes. This service continues in about 20 minutes. So if we wanted to, we could actually continue driving the same train. I assume it's going to turn around and go the other way, but we could continue, but we're not going to today. That's going to be it for us. We'll turn the gen field off. We'll get leave the lights on, I guess. That's fine. We'll get the headlights off, though. We get some marker lights on. Let's see where the marker lights at. Front marker lights. There we go. We should be able to pull this reverser out. It's not letting me. There we go. Neutral. We learned in a previous live stream that apparently they have custom reverser knobs. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna hop out, and that is it for our service. We'll stay tonight in Worcester until we get our train headed back home. Again, tomorrow, if everything goes as planned on my end with life and everything, the plan is to do a flight sim stream. I'm going to try to do X-Plane again. Hopefully I can do the Challenger if I have time to practice that before then. Somebody in chat was asking about this particular car, this single seater or single level. This is the single level. It's just a bus. That's all this is. This super low budget bus seating. And then we have the bi-level, which is the same thing, just two stacked on top of each other. Some special colors. That's all. This is the lower level. So if you're into it, something else you can do in Train Sim World 5, this new feature came to Train Sim World 5, is called Conductor Mode. Is it Conductor Mode? No, is it Guard Mode? I don't know what it's called, but basically you get to like be back here and be the guy who checks tickets and opens the doors and all that. It's kind of cool. It's not my style of Train Sim gameplay. I like that they added it. I do think it's cool. I might have a time where I'm in the mood to do that, but I do have to be in the mood to do that. And usually I'm not in the mood for that. But yeah, guys, this has been fun. Great suggestion by whoever, for all those who voted on the YouTube poll. Let me know in the comments. I may do another poll on the channel for our next Train Sim stream. Like, I'm pretty open-minded as far as routes to drive and stuff like that. I just don't really know what you guys want to see. So I may do another poll on the channel sometime between here and next week to see what route and what Train Sim you guys may want to see in the next Train Sim live stream. But again, tomorrow we'll be doing X-Plane. The day after that, on Friday, we're doing DCS World with the JTF Mad Dogs, as we always do on Fridays. But guys, this has been fun. Big shout out to everybody watching on TikTok, Twitch, and on YouTube. We have Florida Dave, Mr. Bus Driver, Element, Melon Lord 540, SMRO Productions, and the rest. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, you have three choices: give up, give in, and give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. I will see you guys next time in the next video. We out of here. Sheesh. MBTA, we out. MBTA 2018 clear 181 west. Over. Yeah. Bro, this music is perfect for this right here. It's a vibe for real. I'm gonna let it ride out, guys. I'm gonna let it ride out. Enjoy. BK.